What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. Today, as promised, I will be offering you my tried and true blowjob techniques, which I gave a little sneak peek to on TikTok, but I couldn't really go into detail, so today I'm going full into detail. So, I brought visual aid. This banana. If you don't want to see this banana go into my mouth, click off this video right now. Great, thanks for sticking around. So, there are a few techniques that I employ to give a really good blowjob. I feel as though, since my name is BeeJay, I'm like obligated to be really good at it, so I've stockpiled these tricks to be the best I can possibly be, and so now I'm here to pass on my wisdom to all of you. Hey guys, it's Editing BeeJay. I just wanted to hop on here really quickly because as I was editing this video, I noticed that I was using a lot of he, him pronouns in words like men and guys, and I just wanted to say sorry about that. I know that not only men have penises, and I apologize for not using as inclusive language as I could have. I am still learning and growing, and I promise to do better about that in the future. But enjoy this video. My go-to trick. Always, when one of my straight girlfriends asks me how to be better at giving head, is always about rhythm and consistency. I will say, however, that rhythm and consistency is not important if you're just giving head as foreplay to the actual deed. However, if you're giving head to completion, it's very important. So for me, I always try to sing a song in my head so I can stay on beat. My go-to song, Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. So, you're doing the thing. I don't need to put it in my mouth for this part. But, you know, you're doing the thing and you're just singing the song in your head. You change your mind like a girl, right? And you want to keep that speed. However, not all guys like it really fast. Some guys are more like a ballad sort of dude. This is something you should talk about with the person whose head you're giving. Whose head you're giving? Whom you're giving. To whom you're... I know English. This is something you should talk about with the person to whom you're giving head. Basically, it doesn't matter what song you use, as long as you stay on beat. Someone on TikTok asked me about beats per minute. Girl, I don't know. I'm not out here counting to 8 every time I stick a dick in my mouth. But you just have to stay consistent. Most guys, I find, like it fast. So like an upbeat, medium tempo pop song is usually the best way to go. I personally prefer things a little on the slower side. Something like Britney Spears' Every Time would really do it for me. Spit. You need a lot of it. Your mouth needs to be very wet. Dare I say, moist. Your best bet is to just get it as wet as humanly possible right from the start. So when you're beginning, just like use your tongue a lot, you know, like up and down the shaft, around the head, just like licking like an ice cream cone queen. Then take it into your mouth and let the spit do the work. Someone on TikTok did ask me what they do if their mouth is always dry. Well, sis, have I got some tricks for you. If you know you're about to take a trip down the tonsil tunnel, prior to doing so, you can pop a cough drop in your mouth, or a mint, or hard candy of any kind, or gum. This will automatically make you salivate more and make your mouth less dry. You're welcome. Also, some like cooling mints could be really fun to keep in your mouth while performing the act. But make sure you ask for consent. Some people might not be okay with that. Go into your kitchen. Grab a pepper grinder.
This is an Italian herb seasoning grinder. Oh well.
Go into your kitchen. Grab a pepper grinder. This is an Italian herb seasoning grinder because I do what I want. Now, pretend you're seasoning your bland chicken, Susan. Take your hands. Ah, yes. Grind. Perfect. Now you want to do that same motion with your mouth. Now people constantly ask me, how? With my mouth? What? Let me explain. Your mouth and your hand are partners in this. You're not going to reach the finish line unless they work together. So, first things first. I don't necessarily mean only with your mouth, because you want to do the hand motion, the grinder motion, with your hand, right? But your mouth also plays a very important part. You can't just like, I mean you can, but like, that's boring, right? So you've got to add the twist of the pepper grinder with your neck. Now, I will say, I have woken up many a morning with some neck pain after giving some bomb head. It might be a good idea for you to stretch beforehand. I say this as a 30-year-old. If you're in your 20s, whatever, do what you want. This is the penis. It's a banana. Play along. So, you take it. See how my neck does the pepper grinder motion? While my hand also does it. We work together to reach the finish line. Honestly, the more neck you add, the better it's gonna be. There's a reason a euphemism for giving head is called giving neck, right? Because the neck is the muscle in which you use the second most while giving a good blowjob. Next, let's talk anatomy. This is a penis. This is the shaft of the penis. This is the head of the penis. Now, right below the head of the penis, there's a ridge, right? This little ridge right below it that connects the head to the shaft. This ridge is filled with mucho nerve endings, okay? So, lots of people try to focus on only the deep throat action, which is fun, it's fine, it feels nice, but it is not the end-all be-all of a good blowjob. I find the area you most want to focus on is the ridge right under the head. And if you really want to go for a 1-2 punch, while you're taking a little break with your mouth and you're using your hand, you're going to go here just under the ridge, and at the same time, lift up the balls. Right under the balls, there's like a cluster of like skin. It feels like a little muscle. Take your thumb, push there. Rotate slightly while still doing this with your hand. Trust me, he'll love it. Also, while we're on the subject of deep throating, don't be afraid to gag a little. I know, maybe you feel like it's embarrassing. Maybe you're like, oh God, I suck, I can't go down on him. It's okay. Most guys are a really big fan of you gagging on his dick. It makes him feel like it's big, even if it's not. However, do not let a man stick his big sweaty mitt on the back of your head and hold you down on his dick. If that happens,
Bite down.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that. However, don't let him do that, okay? If you're not comfortable with being throat fucked, don't let him do it, okay? Since giving a proper blowjob involves your mouth, let's talk about communication. Now, if you're a straight girl watching this,
I'm really sorry.
straight men don't know how to speak or talk about their feelings, so this is going to be tough for you. However, it is very important for a man to tell you what he likes and doesn't like. You are not a mind reader. You cannot guess what he enjoys. Now, you can make some assumptions based on his breathing, his body language, the way he moves and moans, but you can't really know what works and doesn't. So, if your man isn't comfortable telling you in the moment, hey, slow down, hey, right there, hey, don't do that, then after, maybe find some time to ask him how it felt, what he liked about it, what he didn't. Now, if this is just a grinder hookup, sis, I mean, you probably don't even know his name, so what's the point in communicating? But I'm just saying, communication makes for a better blowjob. Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm a big cock slut. When I'm sucking dick, I moan like there's no tomorrow. Like, if you were overhearing what was happening, you would think I was getting railed. However, I'm a really big fan of giving head, so it turns me on. If it doesn't turn you on and you don't automatically moan, maybe fake it a little, just because it's really hot. Plus, the vibration of your vocal cords while moaning, while my dick is in your mouth, chef's kiss. Now, maybe you say, but BeeJay, I just don't like sucking dick. Guess what, Linda? We live in America. You don't have to. No one, minus maybe yourself, can force you to do anything you don't want to do. So if you just don't like sucking dick, that's something you're just going to have to tell the person you're with. And if they're okay with it, great. If they're not, kick them to the curb. However, you should also be okay if someone is not into doing things to you that you enjoy. It's a give and take. Let's talk about positioning. Now, unless a guy's dick is really small or your mouth is really big, it's fairly difficult to suck a dick from the side because typically it's fatter that way, right? It's just not comfortable. Especially if you're like in a car or something, you're leaning over the seat. It's gonna hurt your neck, you're gonna bruise your ribs. It's not cute. Find the position that works for you. Get comfortable. For me, I prefer to be directly in front of it so I can attack it. Or I prefer him to be lying down so I can be over it and really just going to town. It's comfortable, my knees aren't gonna hurt unless we're outside in the parking lot or something. But if we're in a bed, it'll be comfy and nice. I feel like this goes without saying, but also have fun. It's not fun for someone to just sit there back and forth, just monotonously. Add a little pizzazz. Make sure you do the neck action, add a little bit of moaning, some hands, switch back and forth, maybe paying some attention to the balls. Some guys are really into that, their balls are really sensitive. I am not a fan. Don't touch them. Leave them alone. Again, communication. Oh yes, another question I was asked quite frequently, what do I do about my top row of teeth? Well, I mean, unless you have teeth the size of like a horse, they really shouldn't get in the way unless his dick is really big. And then even the best among us run into this problem. Now you can always cover the top row of your teeth with your top lip. It makes you look like a grandpa, but it will protect them from getting in the way. So if you're like this, see, it's nice. But personally, I don't prefer that. It feels like my lips are getting in the way and I can't really take more of the dick into my mouth or really focus on all the parts that will make them feel good. So your best bet is to just practice. Practice makes perfect. Maybe the next time you get a fudge pop from your freezer, pretend it's a penis pop instead. Let's talk about your tongue. Your tongue plays a pivotal part in penis pleasing. For the most part, your tongue is sort of there, right? And you're what I can do. While it's there, you can swirl your tongue around. One of my signature tricks is as I'm coming back up, I swirl my tongue around the head. So there's a lot of things going on in this, right? Swirl my tongue before I come up. You don't want to stop too much, you want to still keep a steady rhythm. So it looks something like this. Right? And I know, I'm ugly while giving head. We all are, Linda. Nothing we can do about it. I know it's called a blow job, but in reality, this should be called a suck job. If you didn't know you're not supposed to blow, I don't know how you got to this video. But suction is key. The harder you suck, the better it's gonna feel. I mean, don't go crazy. You could probably hurt him if you suck too hard, but like, you really wanna create a nice suction where when you come off the head, it should make a sound like this. Right? Because if it's just like this, it's okay, but you just really want to create a nice grip with your mouth. I feel like that's it. Those are my tips and tricks. I tried to go a little bit more in depth than I did on TikTok, answer some of your questions. I probably missed some things. If you have any questions about anything specifically, put them in the comment box below and I will make another video answering those questions for you. Also, if you don't already, please follow me on TikTok because I make fun little videos like this and it'll be much easier for me to answer you in one-off videos than having to wait a week for me to make a video on the YouTube. Please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're not already, subscribe to this channel. Click that little bell notification so you can be updated every time I post a new video, which is every Friday. And next week, who knows? Who knows what I'll be doing next week? I have a few ideas on the horizon. We'll see which one makes an appearance on Friday. And other than that, I mean, you're welcome.